SUV isn't an electric car, and isn't a sports car, and isn't even replacing the Q7? What if the vehicle that could completely change Audi's future is something much bigger? Because the all-new 2027 Audi Q9 is finally coming. And after years of rumors, leaks, and speculation, Audi is preparing to enter one of the most profitable and competitive segments in the entire automotive industry. But here's the surprising part. The Q9 isn't simply a larger Q7. Audi knows that won't be enough. To succeed, it has to convince buyers to walk away from vehicles that already dominate this market. The BMW X7, the Mercedes-Benz GLS, the Cadillac Escalade, the Lincoln Navigator, the Lexus LX, and even the legendary Range Rover. That's a huge challenge. But after seeing Audi's first interior reveal and learning what this SUV is expected to offer, I think something very interesting is happening. Because Audi isn't trying to build the fastest luxury SUV, and it's not trying to build the flashiest luxury SUV. Instead, Audi seems focused on creating something many wealthy buyers now want even more: a private luxury experience, a vehicle that feels less like transportation and more like a first-class lounge that happens to move. Trust me, some of the features hiding inside this SUV might completely change how people think about luxury. So, before you spend $100,000 or more on a BMW X7, Mercedes GLS, Escalade, or Range Rover, you may want to watch this entire video first, because by the end, you'll know whether the 2027 Audi Q9 is the smartest luxury SUV to wait for, or whether Audi is arriving too late to the party. Let's start with the biggest question. Why is Audi building the Q9 now? The answer is simple. Luxury buyers have changed. 5 years ago, luxury meant horsepower, leather seats, and a premium badge. Today, that's not enough. Modern buyers want comfort, technology, silence, space, wellness, and an experience that makes every passenger feel important. Audi has clearly been paying attention. That's why the Q9 is expected to become the largest and most luxurious SUV Audi has ever built. And that size matters, because for the first time, Audi can compete directly with the biggest names in the segment. Expect both 6-seat and 7-seat layouts. Families can choose a practical 7-seat version, but buyers looking for maximum luxury will likely choose the 6-seat model with second-row captain's chairs. And honestly, this is where the Q9 starts becoming very interesting, because Audi appears to have designed this SUV around the second row, not the driver's seat. The second row. Think about that. Most luxury SUVs talk about the driver. The Q9 seems focused on everyone inside. That means power-adjustable executive seats, ventilation, heating, massage functions, premium materials, extra legroom, and easier access to the third row. This isn't just a family SUV, it's a vehicle designed for executives, business owners, airport transfers, long road trips, and buyers who want every seat to feel special. And then comes one of the most unexpected features: the doors. For the first time in an Audi SUV, all 4 doors are expected to operate electronically. You can open and close them using the key, smartphone app, infotainment screen, or cabin controls. Some people will call this unnecessary, but here's what luxury brands understand. The little things create the biggest impressions. Rolls-Royce owners love power doors. Maybach owners love power doors. Audi wants Q9 buyers to experience that same feeling every single day. And once you start noticing details like that, you realize the Q9 isn't chasing the Q7 anymore. It's chasing vehicles that cost significantly more. Then you look up, and the panoramic roof might become one of the most talked about features in the entire SUV. Audi's smart glass roof can change transparency at the touch of a button. Passengers can choose how much sunlight enters the cabin. The system blocks harmful UV rays. And at night, higher trims may transform the roof into a glowing ambient light display with dozens of customizable colors. Imagine driving through a city skyline after sunset. Soft lighting above you, premium music surrounding you, a silent cabin, and every passenger relaxing in complete comfort. That's not transportation, that's an experience. And speaking of experiences, wait until you hear what Audi has done with the sound system.
What if a big family SUV was not just big, but also super smart, super fast? And from the future, that's exactly what this is. This is the all-new 2026-2027 BMW X10. And this is not just another SUV. This could change how all big SUVs are made. Because, until now, big SUVs were simple. They were made for space, for families, for comfort. But this one? It's trying to do everything. Luxury, technology, performance, all in one. Welcome back to Future Pro Cars, where we explain cars in the easiest way possible, so anyone can understand, even if you don't know anything about cars. And today, this one is special. First look. This SUV feels like the future. When you first see the BMW X10, it doesn't look normal. It looks futuristic. Big body, sharp design, strong stance. It feels like a car from the next generation, and that's exactly what BMW wanted. Front design, strong and bold. Let's start from the front. You see a big grille. Yes, it's large, but now it looks cleaner and more modern. The headlights are very thin and sharp. At night, they shine bright and look very cool. Some versions even have a glowing grille, so the car actually lights up in the dark. Side view, big but smooth. Now look at the side. Even though it's a big SUV, it doesn't look heavy. It looks smooth and long. The lines are clean. The wheels are huge, around 22 to 23 inches. That gives it a strong and powerful look. Rear design, very modern. Now move to the back. There's a long light bar that goes across the whole rear. This is something you see in futuristic cars. At night, it makes the car easy to recognize, wide, clean, premium. Smart lighting, more than just looks. Here's something cool. The lights are smart. They can change brightness. They adjust based on weather. They help you see better without blinding others. So it's not just design, it's also safety. Interior, like a luxury lounge. Now open the door and everything changes. Inside feels like a modern room. Soft materials, calm lighting, clean design. It doesn't feel like a car. It feels like a space to relax. Smart AI system. This SUV is also very smart. It learns how you drive. It remembers your settings, seat position, temperature, favorite routes. It can even adjust things automatically. It feels like the car knows you. Space, built for families. This is a 3-row SUV. That means more seats, more space, more comfort. Second row is very comfortable. You can even get captain seats. And the third row? Adults can sit there too. That's a big upgrade. Storage, ready for anything, fold the seats. And you get a huge storage space, perfect for travel shopping, adventure trips. This SUV is made for real life. Performance, still a BMW. Now let's talk about driving, because this is still a BMW. You get multiple engine options. Turbo engines for power, hybrid systems for better fuel saving, and maybe even electric versions in the future. How it feels to drive. Even though it's big, it won't feel heavy. Why? Because of smart systems, all-wheel drive, air suspension, rear-wheel steering. That means Smooth ride, better control. Easy turning, so driving feels simple and comfortable. Safety, next level. This SUV is full of safety tech. It can help you stay in your lane, adjust speed automatically, help in traffic, park the car for you. It's like having a helper while driving. Always. Updating. Here's something important. This car can update itself, just like your phone. New features can come later, so the car keeps getting better over time. Who is this for? This SUV is for people who want everything. Space for family luxury inside, power on the road, and the latest technology. It's not just a car, it's a smart machine for daily life. Final thoughts. The 2026-2027 BMW X10 is not just another SUV, it's a look at the future. A future where cars are smarter, more comfortable, more connected, and easier to live with. Now tell me, would you pick something like this? Or do you still prefer simple, traditional SUVs? Comment below. And if you enjoy easy, clear, and powerful car videos, subscribe to Future Pro Cars. Because here, we make complex cars simple.
What if Ferrari just changed the future of luxury SUVs forever? Not with a loud race car, not with a classic supercar, but with something nobody expected. The stunning new 2027 Ferrari Dino 246 GT SUV. And honestly, this might be one of the boldest Ferrari designs we have ever seen. Welcome back to Future Pro Cars Analyst, the place where we go beyond basic car reviews and explore what these future machines could really mean for drivers around the world. Today, we are diving deep into the gold and black Ferrari Dino 246 GT SUV concept, a vehicle that mixes Ferrari heritage, futuristic technology, electric performance, luxury comfort, and dramatic design into one unforgettable package. And trust me, by the end of this video, you will understand why this SUV has people in the USA, UK, Japan, Australia, Germany, and across the world talking non-stop. Because this is not just another expensive SUV with a Ferrari badge. This feels like the beginning of a completely new Ferrari era. The first thing that grabs your attention is the color combination. That deep metallic gold body mixed with glossy black performance accents gives this SUV a powerful and ultra-premium presence. It looks elegant during the day and absolutely futuristic at night. Most SUVs try to look tough. This Dino tries to look unforgettable. The front design is low, wide, and extremely aggressive without looking messy. A razor-thin LED light bar stretches across the front, creating a clean, futuristic identity the second you see it on the road. The black lower bumper details, aerodynamic air channels, and sculpted hood all work together to make the SUV look fast, even while parked. And that matters because Ferrari is clearly designing this SUV around speed, airflow, and emotion, not just size. From the side profile, the SUV looks almost like a lifted supercar instead of a traditional family vehicle. The roofline flows smoothly toward the rear, while the black roof creates a floating effect that makes the gold paint stand out even more. The large black performance wheels perfectly match the gold bodywork, giving the SUV a rich and exotic look. Even the wheel design appears built for both cooling and aerodynamic efficiency. And when you reach the rear, things get even more dramatic. The slim red LED taillight stretches across the back like a glowing blade. Combined with the aggressive black diffuser and muscular rear stance, the Dino SUV looks futuristic from every angle. Honestly, this does not feel like a normal luxury SUV anymore. It feels like a concept car that somehow escaped into the real world. Now let's step inside because this is where Ferrari takes things to another level. The interior of the 2027 Dino SUV feels more like a luxury spaceship than a traditional SUV cabin. The first thing you notice is the atmosphere. Black leather surfaces, gold stitching details, carbon fiber trim, soft ambient lighting, and futuristic screens surround the cabin in a way that feels premium. Ferrari clearly understands something many brands are forgetting. Technology should make a car feel exciting, not cold. The dashboard wraps around the driver like a cockpit. In front of the steering wheel sits a fully digital performance display showing speed, navigation, battery levels, drive modes, power delivery, and performance data in real time. Everything looks clean, sharp, and easy to understand. The massive center touchscreen controls media, navigation, charging settings, climate functions, suspension modes, and advanced vehicle customization. But unlike many modern cars, this cabin still feels dramatic and alive. The red ambient lighting flowing across the dashboard and doors gives the interior a heartbeat-like energy, especially during night driving. Even the passenger gets their own digital display, allowing them to view navigation, performance data, media controls, and even live powertrain information. That makes every drive feel interactive and special. And because this is a next-generation Ferrari, advanced AI technology will likely play a huge role in the ownership experience. Imagine getting inside the SUV and having it automatically recognize your driving style. If you are commuting in traffic, the car softens the suspension and increases efficiency. If you head toward mountain roads or open highways, the steering sharpens. The throttle response becomes quicker, and the ambient lighting changes to match a sportier driving mood. That is the future Ferrari seems to be aiming for, a vehicle that understands the driver before the driver even presses a button. Over-the-air software updates would also allow Ferrari to improve the SUV over time. New performance modes, charging improvements, navigation upgrades, display themes, and driver assistance features could all arrive years after purchase. That means the Dino SUV would continue evolving long after leaving the showroom. Now, let's talk performance, because this is where things become really exciting. Ferrari knows the Dino name carries emotional weight. So this SUV cannot simply be fast in a straight line. It has to feel alive. Industry rumors suggest Ferrari could offer either a high-performance hybrid powertrain or a fully electric all-wheel drive setup. A hybrid version could combine a twin-turbo V6 engine with powerful electric motors to deliver instant acceleration and incredible cornering response. Expected power figures could easily reach between 750 and 900 horsepower, depending on the final configuration. That could push 0 to 60 mph times close to 3 seconds. In Europe, that means around 0 to 100 km in just over 3 seconds. Top speed could approach 320 km, or roughly 199 mph. And if Ferrari builds a fully electric version, things could become even more futuristic. Instant torque, silent acceleration, advanced torque vectoring, and near-perfect traction in all weather conditions. But Ferrari's real challenge is not just speed, it is emotion. The steering must feel sharp. Advanced adaptive suspension will likely allow the Dino SUV to completely change personality depending on the situation. In comfort mode, it could feel smooth and refined for daily driving. In sport or track mode, the SUV could lower itself, sharpen throttle response, tighten body control, and transform into something that feels far smaller and more athletic than its size suggests. And yes, buyers will want to know about pricing too. If this SUV ever reaches production, experts expect pricing to start around $350,000 to $400,000 in the USA, $300,000 plus in the UK, around $340,000 in Germany and Europe, around AU $600,000 in Australia, and potentially $50 million or more in Japan, depending on taxes and specifications. That would place it directly against vehicles like the Lamborghini Urus, Aston Martin DBX, and future high-performance electric luxury SUVs. But Ferrari is clearly trying to offer something different. Not just speed, not just luxury, but a completely new kind of emotional driving experience. And surprisingly, practicality could also become one of this SUV's biggest strengths. Unlike traditional Ferraris, the Dino SUV could comfortably handle family trips, long-distance travel, daily commuting, and even weekend adventures. You would get real rear seat space, usable cargo capacity, advanced driver assistance systems, premium comfort, and Ferrari-level performance all in one package. That combination is exactly why this SUV matters so much. It brings Ferrari excitement into real everyday life. Safety technology will also likely be extremely advanced. Features could include adaptive cruise control, lane assist, blind spot monitoring, 360-degree cameras, semi-autonomous highway driving, night vision assistance, emergency braking systems, advanced parking assist. But Ferrari will need to make sure these systems feel natural and supportive instead of intrusive. Because this SUV still needs to feel like a Ferrari first. The Dino SUV does not feel like Ferrari chasing trends. It feels like Ferrari preparing for the next generation of drivers. Drivers who want performance, technology, practicality, luxury, and emotion, all in one vehicle. And people who want a vehicle that still feels special every single time they drive it. The original Dino changed how people viewed Ferrari sports cars decades ago. And this futuristic Dino SUV could do the exact same thing for performance luxury SUVs. Because after looking at the design, the technology, the possible performance, and the emotional direction Ferrari is taking here, one thing becomes very clear. The 2027 Ferrari Dino 246 GT SUV is not trying to fit into the future. And if Ferrari actually builds something close to this concept, the entire luxury SUV market may suddenly feel old overnight. So now I want to hear your opinion. Would you buy a futuristic Ferrari Dino SUV like this? Or should Ferrari keep the Dino name only for sports cars? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Stop scrolling for a second, because this SUV might completely change how you think about off-road vehicles. This is the all-new 2026-27 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. It looks familiar. But trust me, a lot has changed. And by the end of this video, you'll know one simple thing. Should you actually buy it? Or stay away? First impression. Same DNA, but stronger. At first glance, you instantly know. This is still a Wrangler. It has that boxy shape, that tall stance, that iconic front grille. But now, everything looks sharper, stronger, more modern. It's like the Wrangler went to the gym and came back smarter. The headlights are brighter, the design feels tougher, and every part looks like it was made with purpose. This is not just a redesign. This is an evolution. Engine and power, built for the future. Now let's talk about what's under the hood. The new Wrangler gives you options. A strong V6 engine, a plug-in hybrid, electric plus gas, and possibly a powerful V8 for performance lovers. That hybrid system is important, because now you get instant power, better fuel efficiency, quiet electric driving. So whether you want power or savings, this SUV gives you both. Off-road. This is where it dominates. Now here's the real reason people love the Wrangler. Off-road performance. This thing is built for places where roads don't even exist. You get advanced 4x4 system, locking differentials, smart terrain modes, disconnecting sway bars, strong suspension for rough roads. In simple words, this SUV doesn't follow roads. It creates its own path. Mud, rocks, sand, snow. It doesn't matter. The Wrangler is still the king here. Interior. Biggest upgrade ever. Now, step inside. And this is where things feel completely different. Old Wranglers felt basic. This one feels modern. You get a fully digital screen, big touchscreen, infotainment, wireless, Apple, CarPlay, and Android, auto premium materials, heated and ventilated seats, better comfort overall. It finally feels like a 2026 car, not just rugged, but also comfortable. Price and ownership. What you should know. Let's be real, this matters. The expected price starts around $50,000 and can go above $75,000 buys. That puts it near rivals like the Ford Bronco and Toyota Land Cruiser. Now ownership. Fuel economy. Average, better in hybrid. Maintenance. Slightly higher if you off-road insurance. Moderate to high resale value. Very strong. This is important. Wranglers keep their value better than most SUVs. Pros and cons. Super simple. What's great? Best off-road ability in this segment. Iconic design. Much better interior. Multiple engine options. Strong resale value. What's not perfect? Not the most comfortable on-road. Fuel economy isn't amazing. Can get expensive with options. Not ideal for big families. Should you buy it? Let's make this very simple. Buy it if you love adventure, you want something unique, you actually go off-road, you want a fun driving experience. Skip it if you want comfort and silence. You care about fuel savings, you just drive in the city. Final thought. The new Wrangler is not just a car. It's a feeling. It's not about going from point A to B. It's about everything in between. In a world full of boring SUVs, this one still has personality. So now I want to ask you, would you choose the Wrangler or something like the Bronco or Land Cruiser? Comment below. And if you want real honest car breakdowns like this, subscribe to Future Pro Cars, because here, we don't just talk about cars, we help you choose the right one. Stop scrolling for a second, because this SUV might completely change how you think about off-road vehicles. This is the all-new 2026-27 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. It looks familiar. But trust me, a lot has changed. And by the end of this video, you'll know one simple thing. Should you actually buy it? Or stay away? First impression. Same DNA, but stronger. At first glance, you instantly know. This is still a Wrangler. It has that boxy shape, that tall stance, that iconic front grille. But now, everything looks sharper, stronger, more modern. It's like the Wrangler went to the gym and came back smarter. The headlights are brighter, the design feels tougher, and every part looks like it was made with purpose. This is not just a redesign, this is an evolution. Engine and power, built for the future. Now let's talk about what's under the hood. The new Wrangler gives you options. A strong V6 engine, a plug-in hybrid, electric plus gas, and possibly a powerful V8 for performance lovers. That hybrid system
The truck that completely changes the pickup world is not coming from Ford Ram, or Chevrolet, but from Honda. Because the brand new 2027 Honda Legend pickup truck feels like something nobody expected. It looks futuristic, it looks premium, and honestly, it looks like Honda is finally ready to challenge the biggest truck brands in America, the UK and Australia. This is not just another pickup with a big grille and fancy lights. This feels like a smart truck built for the next generation. Welcome back to Future Pro Cars, where we break down the newest vehicles in the simplest way possible so you know exactly what matters before buying. And today, we are diving into one of the most surprising truck concepts of the decade, the all-new Honda Legend pickup. Because once you really look closely at this truck, you realize something important. Honda is not trying to copy old-school pickups anymore. They are trying to completely rethink what a modern truck should feel like. The first thing you notice is the design. This truck has serious road presence. The front end is bold, tall, and very modern. The massive grille, sharp LED headlights, and wide body instantly make it look powerful and expensive. But unlike many oversized trucks today, this one also feels clean and intelligent. The lighting design is especially impressive. The LED daytime running lights stretch across the front in a futuristic way, giving the truck a high-tech appearance even when parked. And that matters because truck buyers today want more than toughness. They also want style, technology, comfort, and something that feels modern for everyday life. Honda clearly understands that. From the side, the Legend pickup looks muscular without looking too aggressive. The sculpted hood, large wheel arches, sharp body lines, and lifted stance give it a rugged, adventure-ready look while still feeling premium enough for city driving. And honestly, that balance is hard to achieve. Some trucks feel too basic, others feel too exaggerated. But this concept feels smart and well-designed. It looks like the kind of truck that could pull up to a luxury hotel, drive through downtown Los Angeles, or head deep into the mountains without looking out of place anywhere. And then there is the aerodynamics. Older trucks were built like giant boxes. This one feels smoother and more advanced. The body shape appears designed to reduce wind noise, improve fuel efficiency, and create a quieter driving experience on highways. That may sound boring at first, but once you drive long distances, those things matter a lot, especially in places like the USA and Australia, where people often spend hours on the road. Now let's step inside, because this is where the truck changes completely. Most pickups still focus heavily on utility first and luxury second. But the Honda Legend feels different. The interior looks more like a premium SUV than a traditional truck. The dashboard is clean, modern, and easy to understand. You get a large digital instrument display behind the steering wheel and a wide infotainment screen in the center that appears fast and simple to use. And thankfully, Honda seems to avoid making everything overly complicated. That is important because many drivers are tired of confusing touchscreens and menus hidden inside menus. The Legend. Pickup feels modern without feeling stressful. The cabin materials also look far more premium than people expect from a Honda truck. Soft touch surfaces, stitched leather seats, metallic accents, ambient lighting, and darker interior finishes give the truck a luxury feeling normally seen in expensive SUVs. And here is the really interesting part. This truck feels designed for everyday life, not just heavy work. The seats look comfortable enough for long road trips. The rear seating space appears large enough for families. And the center console gives the driver that sporty cockpit feeling while still keeping everything practical. That is a huge shift for trucks. Years ago, pickup trucks were mostly for work. Now, buyers want one vehicle that can do everything: daily driving, family trips, camping, business travel, adventure weekends. And the Honda Legend pickup seems designed exactly for that lifestyle. Technology is another area where Honda could surprise everyone. The truck is expected to include advanced smartphone integration, voice control, cloud-based driver profiles, wireless charging, and over-the-air software updates. That last feature is especially important. Modern vehicles are no longer static machines. They continue improving after you buy them through software updates, new features, and smarter systems over time. And Honda appears ready to fully enter that future. There are also rumors that the truck could include AI-assisted driving features. Imagine the truck learning your favorite routes, climate settings, seat positions, and driving habits automatically. It could even suggest fuel stops, charging stations, or safer routes during bad weather. That is the kind of technology younger buyers now expect. Not flashy technology for attention, but smart technology that actually makes life easier. Now let's talk about performance, because this is where things get exciting. Honda has several possible directions for this truck. Experts believe the base model could use a turbocharged V6 engine, producing around 320 to 400 horsepower, depending on trim level. There are also strong rumors about a hybrid version using electric motors for extra torque and better fuel economy. And honestly, that may be the smartest move, because modern truck buyers want power, but they also want lower fuel costs. A hybrid setup could give this truck strong towing performance, while also improving efficiency for daily driving. Some insiders even believe Honda may eventually create a fully electric version to compete with vehicles like the Ford F-150 Lightning and Tesla Cybertruck. If that happens, the truck market could become extremely interesting over the next few years. Expected performance numbers could include 0 to 60 mph in around 5.5 to 6.5 seconds. Towing capacity around 8,000 to 10,000 pounds. Advanced all-wheel drive system. Multiple drive modes for snow, dirt, towing, and highway driving. And honestly, those numbers would make this truck very competitive in the modern pickup world. But the most important thing is not raw speed. It is how the truck feels every single day. The Legend pickup appears designed to feel calm, smooth, quiet, and confident, while still being capable when needed. That combination matters much more than people realize. Now let's talk about pricing, because this could decide everything. If Honda prices the truck correctly, this could become one of the biggest surprise hits of the decade. Current expectations suggest base model starting around $42,000 USD, mid-trims around $55,000 USD, high-end hybrid versions around $70,000 USD. In the UK, pricing could start around £38,000. In Australia, experts expect around AUD $68,000 to $95,000 depending on the model. That would place the Legend pickup directly against Ford Ranger Raptor, Toyota Tacoma, Chevrolet Colorado, Ram 1500, Ford F-150, Nissan Frontier. And this is where Honda may have an advantage. Reputation. Honda is known worldwide for reliability, lower maintenance costs, and strong resale value. That matters a lot because trucks are expensive investments now. People do not only care about horsepower anymore, they care about ownership costs 5 years later too. Fuel economy, maintenance bills, technology reliability, daily comfort, long-term value. And Honda usually performs very well in those areas. But honestly, what makes this truck feel different is something harder to measure. It feels modern in the right way. Not fake futuristic, not overly aggressive, not trying too hard. It simply feels like a pickup designed for how people actually live today. Useful, comfortable, connected, efficient, capable. And that is exactly why this truck could become extremely popular in the United States, Australia, and even parts of Europe, where buyers want versatility without sacrificing comfort. The 2026-2027 Honda Legend pickup truck does not feel like a small update. It feels like Honda entering a completely new era. And if the final production version stays close to this concept, the pickup market may suddenly become far more competitive than anyone expected. Because the future of trucks is no longer only about being bigger and louder. It is about being smarter. And this Honda might understand that better than almost anyone else. So now, the big question is yours. Would you actually choose the Honda Legend pickup over trucks like the Ford Ranger, Toyota Tacoma, or Ram 1500? And do you think Honda could become one of the biggest truck brands of the next generation? What if the next luxury SUV was not just faster or more expensive, but smarter, calmer, and more comfortable than anything before it? That is exactly what the 27 Range Rover SV is trying to become. This is not just another big SUV with leather seats and shiny screens. This feels like a private jet mixed with a five-star hotel and a futuristic smart home. And honestly, once you see what this SUV can do, many older luxury cars may suddenly feel outdated. Welcome back to The Car Analyst, where we break down what cars are really like in the real world, using simple words anyone can understand. And today, we are looking at one of the most advanced luxury SUVs ever imagined. The design feels rich without trying too hard. The first thing you notice about the new Range Rover SV is how calm and confident it looks. Some SUVs try too hard with giant grilles, fake vents, and aggressive styling. The SV does the opposite. It looks clean, smooth, elegant, and incredibly expensive without screaming for attention. The front has ultra-slim LED lights, a smooth grille design, and a modern shape that makes the SUV look futuristic without losing that classic Range Rover identity. The body is long and perfectly balanced. Everything flows smoothly. Flush door handles, clean side panels, floating roof design, large premium wheels, dark glass accents, aerodynamic bodywork. Even a 10-year-old could look at this SUV and instantly think, wow, that looks important. And that is the magic of good design. It does not need to shout. It already knows people are watching. It looks like a luxury hotel on wheels now. Let's open the door, because this is where the real shock happens. The inside of the 2027 Range Rover SV does not feel like a normal SUV anymore. It feels like a luxury lounge. Everything inside is designed to make you feel calm and relaxed. The dashboard is simple and clean. No messy buttons everywhere. No confusing layout. Just beautiful screens, soft materials, elegant lighting, and smart technology. You get massive curved touchscreen, digital driver display, premium leather seats, real wood and metal trim, soft touch surfaces everywhere, ambient lighting with custom colors, ultra-quiet cabin. The seats may become one of the best parts of this SUV. Reports suggest the SV could include heated seats, ventilated cooling seats, massage functions, memory settings, wellness, relaxation programs, and yes, even the rear seats may feel more comfortable than first class on some airplanes. The sound system is next level. This is where things become really futuristic. The new Range Rover SV is expected to use advanced seat vibration audio technology. That means you do not only hear the music, you actually feel it through the seats and floor. Imagine listening to your favorite song and feeling every beat gently through the cabin. It turns the SUV into a concert hall, a movie theater, a relaxing wellness room, all at the same time. That is premium luxury in 2027. Not just louder speakers, a completely new experience. Smart AI technology makes life easier. The 2027 SV is expected to use advanced AI-powered systems. And no, not the confusing kind, the helpful kind. The SUV could learn your habits over time. Imagine this. It remembers your favorite seat position. It sets the perfect cabin temperature automatically. It chooses relaxing lighting at night. It avoids traffic before you ask. It recommends charging or fuel stops. It adjusts suspension for road conditions. This makes the SUV feel alive. Not in a scary way, in a smooth and intelligent way. The technology works quietly in the background, so every drive feels easier. Expected engine options and performance. Range Rover knows buyers want luxury, but they also want power. So the 2027 SV will likely offer multiple powertrains depending on the market. Expected options may include twin-turbo V8, perfect for buyers who want traditional power and smooth acceleration. Plug-in hybrid combines. Electric driving with petrol performance for better efficiency and lower fuel costs. Fully electric. SV. A future EV version could deliver instant acceleration, silent driving, long driving range, advanced all-wheel drive, expected performance, 0 to 60 mph in around 4 seconds. Top speed near 155 km/h. Smooth air suspension, advanced off-road systems, rear-wheel steering for easier parking. But the biggest thing is not speed. It is how calm the SUV feels while moving. That is what makes a real luxury SUV special. Ride comfort might be the best in the world. Range Rover has always been famous for comfort, and the new SV may push that even further. The advanced air suspension constantly adjusts itself to the road. So whether you are driving in London, cruising highways in the USA, exploring Australia, driving through snowy roads in Europe, or moving through busy streets in Japan, the SUV stays smooth and stable. The cabin stays quiet. The ride stays soft. And long trips become far less tiring. Safety features. Buyers really want modern luxury. Buyers care about safety just as much as comfort. And the 2027 SV is expected to include adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, 360-degree cameras, automatic emergency braking, lane keeping assist, night vision, assistance, semi-autonomous, highway driving, driver, attention monitoring. But the best part? The systems work quietly. They help without constantly annoying the driver. Expected price and release. Date. Now let's talk about the big question. Price. The 2027 Range Rover SV will almost certainly sit at the top of the luxury SUV market. Expected pricing. USA. Starting around $190,000 to $230,000. UK, around $165,000 plus. Europe, roughly $200,000 plus. Australia, potentially AUD $350,000 plus. Japan, expected premium luxury import pricing. Fully loaded versions could cost much more depending on options. Expected release, late 2026 reveal. Global launch during 2027. Ownership costs. Buyers should know before buying. Here are the real-world things people always ask about. Fuel economy. The hybrid model will likely save the most fuel. V8 versions may still be expensive to run. Maintenance costs. Luxury SUVs are not cheap to maintain. Tires, brakes, and repairs can cost a lot more than normal SUVs. Insurance. Insurance may be very high because of the vehicle's value and advanced technology. Resale value. Range Rover values can drop quickly compared with brands like Toyota or Lexus. But high-end SV models sometimes hold value better because they are more exclusive. Who is this SUV really for? This is not for someone looking for a basic family SUV. The 2027 Range Rover is for people who want luxury silence, technology, comfort, prestige, long-distance relaxation, a futuristic driving experience. It is for people who want their car to feel like a private escape from the outside world. Final thoughts. The 2027 Range Rover SV does not feel like a normal SUV update. It feels like the next chapter of luxury driving. It combines modern design, smart AI advanced, comfort, premium materials, powerful performance, future technology into one complete experience. And that may be why this SUV matters so much. It is not trying to be the loudest SUV. It is trying to be the smartest and most relaxing. And honestly, that might be even more impressive. So now, I want your opinion. Would you choose the 2027 Range Rover SV over Mercedes-Maybach, GLS, Bentley, Bentayga, Rolls-Royce, Cullinan Cadillac, Escalade IQ? Let me know in the comments, and subscribe to Future Pro Cars for more future car breakdowns made simple, exciting, and easy.